As I do keyword research, finding topics about YouTube, questions that you guys are asking, a question that's over and over and over is, how do you make money on YouTube? Or how many views do you need to have or whatnot? So we're gonna get real specific, talking about 1,000. How much is 1,000 views worth on YouTube?
All right, let's dive right in because I'm curious. And my initial reaction is, having talked with you for several months now about this, is that it's not worth very much. But I could be wrong. I don't know.
I mean, it depends. Does 1,000 views seem like a lot or a little?
Seems like a little based on some of the things that I've seen, especially as it relates to AdSense. Now, 1,000 views on something else, what is that worth? Well, we've talked about that before too. I mean, so let's get into both of those.
So yeah, we'll jump in. We're going to look at the AdSense, the advertising revenue on YouTube. This is a channel that I produce, and I have permission to show you behind the scenes. Aren't you guys lucky? All right, so we're actually going to come in here to the analytics, and we're going to get two numbers. We're going to find out how many views. So this channel, we're going to remember that number. In fact, let me grab a calculator
1.455.
Oh, there it is. So 1,455,553. Okay, so we'll keep that. That's the number of views in the last 28 days.
Okay.
And then we'll go to revenue. And revenue is $12,582.92 in the last 28 days.
In the last 28 days.
So if I just divide by that, 1,258.2.99, then we are averaging, we need 115.68 views for every $1. Because we took $1 million divided by this number of views.
Okay.
So basically, to earn $1, we need 115 views. So I'm going to do this in reverse. I'm going to take that number, we'll just say 116. So if I take 1,000 divided by 116, then that means for every 1,000 views,
$8.62.
$8.62.
So there you have it. On AdSense, 1,000 views is worth $8.62. So if you have a video that's got 500 views, that's great, but you'd really only be making about $4 off of it.
So it can vary. This number can be higher, it can be lower. It depends on how niche your audience is. In this case of this channel, it's very real estate specific, and so the ads, that they put there might be for investors or entrepreneurs, or that number that we just calculated is exactly what this has experienced in the last 28 days. Your channel can vary. Other channels are going to have a different experience, higher or lower. But
not a lot of money. I mean, I know we've made this argument before. You have, particularly, that really the profitability potential is kind of muddy in AdSense. I mean, for most people, there are better ways to monetize your YouTube videos, right? Will you tell us what that is?
This specific channel in the last month has brought in over $200,000, and yet we're only seeing on the screen here $12,500.
Okay.
That's because this channel generates lots and lots and lots of leads, meaning all the videos are educational, but at the end of the video, Chris will say, hey, if you want my free book, come here and download it. That enters the sales funnel. Or, hey, I have a course. If you want to know more about this course, where I go into this information a lot more in detail, go here. Or it talks about his event. So it generates tons and tons of leads. If we're getting, how many views was that? 1.5 million views over that 28-day stretch. How many of those viewers turn into leads? It's thousands of leads. And when you make a sale, if it's a $1,000 sale, and that adds up. So that's how, 1,000 views are worth just $8.62, or 1,000 views is worth, if just one of those people buys a $1,000 course, then those 1,000 views could be worth $1,000.
Yeah.
So kind of a short answer, but it's direct to the point. We showed you two different ways of how much of the worth of 1,000 views.
And if all 1,000 of those people spend $1,000, then 1,000 views is worth $1 million in fairly short order. Wouldn't that be something?
So I'm sure that this was the most direct, amazing, helpful video that you've ever seen in your entire life. So be sure to like it, subscribe. We'll see you tomorrow.